One, push Fashion Inc. going live. Push Fashion Inc. ladies. Hi, ladies.
All the girls are here. They're here. We're all here. Yes, we're here. We finally made it. So, hey, let's introduce ourselves. We can start with you.
I'm Sasha.
Raya Busy Body.
Cookie. Cece.
She's like, Cookie. Kenny. Kendria. Kenny. Kendall. Welcome. So, hey, girls. So, we're in the blue phase today. And blue phase is a special occasion also.
It absolutely is. Absolutely.
And we are honoring
Autism awareness. So it's Wear Blue for 4/2, which was Friday that just passed. A little while ago, actually. What's today?
The 9th.
the 9th.
Right, okay, a week ago, right. So Wear Blue for 4/2 in lieu of Autism awareness.
Well, in school they celebrate it for the month. So,
Right.
Autism Month. So, can someone talk about autism? Or
Well, I mean, my son, he's autistic. He's on the spectrum, I say, because, you know, the spectrum is very wide-ranged. And in his particular case, he's a little more independent than what you stereotypically think of an autistic child. But I would definitely encourage parents to constantly stay on the tail of those responsible for benefits and any type of services that you need, because the longer you wait, one, you're damaging the child, and two, as far as the government is concerned in regards to assisting you, once they turn like 5, they start to age out, which I don't even know what that means, because autism doesn't end at 5. So you just, because I was a bully about it, to be honest, and it worked. Don't be a bully.
You were a bully for benefits.
For benefits, right. I wasn't cursing nobody out, ain't nobody get hit, you know, there was no lawsuits, but I just was very assertive. So if you told me no, go here, it was like, okay, I'm gonna go here, but if they redirect me, I'm coming right back here, like every day till I see you, type of stuff. And it was like, oh, look, we have a classroom ready for you. You know, it's a 2-year wait turned into like maybe a 3-week wait with total persistence, you know, so that is very important. And I felt so, you know, relieved, because it's very hard as a parent of an autistic child. You cannot do much, you know what I mean, because they have to be with you. And even if there is a place for them to be, you don't trust that,
right?
You know, so they're, you know, they lack a lot of verbal contents, you know, so it's very scary. It was a lot to overcome, but they are the smartest people.
Right.
I hope y'all know they are smarter than you.
Yes, because my goddaughter, right, she's autistic as well, and she's smart, very smart.
Yes, he scares me.
So how do you determine if a person is autistic, or how does that go? Like,
so my son was born in Baltimore, and at the time, now I have a background of like childcare and stuff like that, so I had little inclinations of the fact, but I didn't know for sure. And then when I did bring my concerns to the doctor, her advice at the time was like, oh, you know, they're boys, like what's it called?
Stereotyping?
No, like a myth. She was giving me those type of things. Right, like, oh, you know, wait till he's maybe like 6 months or so. You know, boys learn slower and this, that, and the third. I was like, oh, so watch him suffer someplace for 6 more months, you mean, and then come back to you? You know, so the New York in me was definitely live and be more.
So what age was he when you got him diagnosed?
He was 2.
He was 2. And so you took him, he had an evaluation, they diagnosed
So
him.
that's what I was getting ready to get at. So in Baltimore, I will say that was speedy. However, like New York wasn't as quick, but I will say the way that evaluation was broken down, I mean, I feel like it catered to every part of the mind that's in question to be able to help you. You know, and Baltimore made me more feel like I could have Googled those questions and then assessed them myself.
okay.
You know, and not playing them because, again, they was Johnny on the spot. But New York, I mean, I had to fight for it. It was like I'm driving out here. You know what I mean? Like, you know what that's like out here. So, you know, it was extremely difficult, but very thorough. Like, cutthroat. Like, I was so broken down, honestly, when he was being evaluated, because I had never dissected his anything, right, it's autism, anything. I didn't even have a label to it, That's just mine. That's all I looked at it as.
Right,
But
your child.
I was broken down because I'm like, damn, I never looked at him that way. So, I mean, they would ask questions like I remember taking him to the doctor, like the milestone questions, like 4 months or something, like, has your baby smiled yet, and this and the third. And I was like,
hold the
damn, did
bottle.
he smile yet? I'm like, well, that one time he was dreaming. He smirked. So I didn't even know what to, you really just don't. And then you don't want to diagnose your kid for something worse, and then that's not what it is,
Right.
And then my other fear was putting him in an institution with others heavily or more further into the spectrum, and then maybe him like mimic or think that is the way
like him
to
progressing.
grow. Right.
That matter, right?
So I was terrified, but I hear the total opposite of him in school. So
Okay.
it's
So he receives services in the school that he's currently in right now?
right.
Does he take any medication?
No.
Or no. So no.
No.
That's-
And
Don't let
that's
them
your
medicate.
choice, or do
That
they
is 100%
prescribe
right.
it and you don't choose to do the medication?
Well, honestly, in my case, I haven't been. I don't remember anybody ever bringing that
giving
up
him
to me.
medication.
Because I would have had a whole heart attack about that. Right.
Right.
But I do know in cases that sometimes they feel it's so severe. I feel like that's just the answer, almost like
Right.
in a what are those? Those So the horror version I'm thinking is Insane Asylum, but that is
Right.
not what I'm talking about. That's
No,
for
you're
lack of
talking
better
about
terms.
like the homes and stuff where
Well,
some of
psychiatric
the children-
centers.
Right.
Okay.
There you go. That's what I meant. So, in certain situations, they will sedate because they can't handle. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've been with a family member where I had to, I felt like I was working a shift because I feel like I had to monitor that. If they feel it, and then you have, lazy. Some of them were lazy, and it was just they would
The
just medicate
workers.
them. Right.
Right.
So they would just medicate just to, because you're so sluggish.
a simple way to go out.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are signs of autism? Like, what are actual?
So I'm gonna give some things, but that's still not fair to say.
Right.
It's,
Not per
it's
se
still, right.
for your child, but just in
No,
general.
I mean in general. That's even what I'm gonna mention. I think it's still unfair to just label like you see these things and go up autism. Don't do
Right.
that.
No.
Okay.
Right.
It's still very important to go get that specified and said to you like, oh, this is his diagnosed. Do
By
not.
a specialist.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
okay. So then you can't even.
Well, no, but they say certain things like no eye contact.
Speech impairment.
Absolutely. Like my son, he has what they call scripted speech. Go figure it, I'm a writer.
Okay.
Because he will, so initially seeing him, he may not speak right away, especially if he don't know you. But he'll speak of an episode he's seen before that he liked that is relevant to where we at now. So like if we were in a hospital, he would start talking about doctors and so on and so forth. It was
Okay.
it was like that. He has like a different type of correlation between what he sees and reality. But I like how he definitely understands the two. He reads really well. He's really big with math, like big numbers, like the hundreds and 10,000s and stuff like that. Like it's
Okay.
very, they're almost like the kids to me that can like a SAT, but maybe can't tie their shoe.
Right.
The
Okay.
IQ was up
It's
there.
ridiculous.
The
Oh my
IQ.
God, he says things like he playing with one of his cousins like, "Oh, you're arrested, mommy. He's detained." I was like, "What the fuck? I don't say that. I don't watch that. I don't say that. You know what I'm saying? I say park. He say playground. I say gift. He says presents. I said makeup. This nigga said cosmetics. I was like, okay, I don't know what kid you are, but glad to have you.
So, okay.
So this is a very special day. I feel like it's his birthday. I celebrated it twice. His birthday was just March 14th, which we had so much fun. And this is the time I was waiting for because he just made 7. And I think you put yourself in so much question as to their personality and, what their niche is, like what they're really into. And my son's more serious. And I took him to the American Dream for Nickelodeon Universe. And my goal was to get him to go on like the big kids rides because I'm thinking Six Flags and all other stuff, And at first he was not with it. Oh my God, he was like, his no is so hard. Like, no. You're like, relax, all right. Okay, I heard you. And he was giving me that, but I wasn't paying him no mind. I'm like, no, it's okay. Look, it's all right. He's looking at it like, no, it's not. You're lying. He's like, no. But then I don't know. We got to the front of the line, and he was like, yes. And I was like, yes. He was like, I was like, oh, yes. And we got on the ride, and when I tell you, I'm on there like. Right? And he's straight faced. Yo, this ride is like spinning this way and doing this. Like, Oh
And
my
he
God.
handled it.
And I'm
He
looking at
handled
him, I'm trying to poke him and stuff to make him scream and stuff. He's smiling, but he's amazed. He's just like, oh, this is great.